We are doing a full moon reading in Pisces using the Living Wheels astrology cards. With the full moon in Pisces, it is a time to be empathetic, nurturing, caring, and to see what our cups are wanting us to do. So, the first card we have is the new moon. I can see with the new moon, it's that there's going to be new beginnings towards everyone right now. There's going to be dreams that are opening up, hopes that are opening up, things that we haven't really thought about in a long time opening up and wondering, well, should we really seize this opportunity? And then with that, we get the second card, which is fall. And this is fall in transition. We are changing right now, and sometimes it's for the good, sometimes it's not really the best because Pisces is one of the most emotional signs that are out there, and being one of the most emotional signs, something that could be at fault within a Pisces is that they tend to act as if they're the victim and they're stuck in that negative energy as opposed to trying to rise up and overcome the trauma that had once faced them. While it is okay to understand that something isn't your fault and it's okay to grieve when it comes to pain, at the end of the day, life moves forward and you have to choose whether or not you want to move forward with it or if you want to be stuck in those old patterns and behaviors. Something that a lot of people misconceive with karma is that, well, bad things happen to you if you're a bad person. Well, the reality of this is that bad things happen to you regardless what kind of person you are. Regardless of whatever kind of person you are, bad things will happen. And it's a natural cycle that bad things do happen. But when something bad happens, we're not defined by the bad thing that happens to us. We're defined by how we overcome the bad thing. And right now, it's in the pivotal moment of transition as to whether or not you want to move forward or if you're going to still end up staying stuck in that victim mind mentality and blame everyone else around you as to why things may not be going so well in your life. And next, we have the third card in the planet Uranus. With the planet Uranus, a lot of things are moving forward and are changing for the better. With the planet Uranus, what I'm getting here is that we're changing at a rapid pace. And while changing at that rapid pace, we should reflect on ourselves and cater to our emotional needs as to what we need right now to spiritually grow as people. We should be pursuing our dreams and we should be focusing on what changes us for the better. If you're wondering if you should take back that one bad person that was in your life, I would say not to do it. If you're wondering whether or not you should continue doing a behavior that you know is not necessarily the best for you, I would say that you shouldn't be doing it. And this is a pivotal season that is testing our ego and showing us who we truly are as people. And here we have another card in fall. With fall, it's teaching us to reconcile with what had been good for us. Maybe if there was someone in the past that you missed and someone you kind of messed things up with, and you do want to check up on how they're doing, now is a good time to say it. And I will say it like this: you should never hold it in when you have things to say to someone you love. You may have not been the best person then, but what matters is that you're trying now. You're trying to become a better person. And this doesn't have to necessarily be about romantic relationships. It could be familial, it could be friendships. But with reconciliation, sometimes people need a break before they come back together again. And right now is a wonderful time to think about what you want to say to someone you may miss from the past. And then we have the fifth card in the waxing crescent. You know, when we always say that, okay, I have this dream or I have this goal, and we kind of put it off and we kind of just shrug it off and say, yeah, I'll do this some other time. Well, right now is the perfect time to start planning as to how you want to achieve your goals and how to put things in action and in motion. Sometimes it takes a little bit of courage and it is scary to move forward with something. But when it comes to moving forward, new things will grow. And, sometimes we do fall in the beginning of it. But when we fall, we can learn from those mistakes and move forward and become a stronger person because of those mistakes. And mistakes do show a change of character when it comes to being a person. No one is born perfect. It is human to be imperfect, and that is why you shouldn't be holding someone accountable because of what they did in the past. You should be seeing whether or not they changed as a person and hold them accountable for the actions that they're doing now. Because humans do evolve and people evolve. Right now, instead of focusing on the past mistakes you may have made, you should focus on evolving. And the truth is that at one point in our lives, we may have not been the best versions of ourselves. And it's okay to admit that and not to shame ourselves because of the fact that, yeah, maybe you may have had a victim-like mentality in the past, and you may have blamed everyone as to why your life may have not been in the best place at the moment. But at the end of the day, regardless of what people do, you are in charge of your life, and you are the one who is in charge of making it better. Your life isn't dependent on many variables but yourself and what you choose to do as a person to change that. And then the last card we have is the lunar eclipse. And with the lunar eclipse, what I'm seeing here is that we're doing a lot of introspection within this full moon. And within this full moon, it is a very emotional time, and a lot of people do like to make introspection sound very enlightening and positive, but truthfully, introspection is hard. And I will admit that it is hard to truly look into yourself. It is hard to truly take responsibilities for your actions and to take responsibility for your life. It's easier to blame your problems on other people. It's easier to distract yourself from your problems by doing unproductive things such as drinking or streaming a lot on YouTube or asking people, okay, well, how do I fix my problems? But the beginning of how to fix your problems starts with you and how you want to change your life. You are the solution. You are the one who chooses what direction your life wants to take. You can't control every single thing that comes at you, but you can control how you react to it and how you are going to move forward from all of these experiences. When we're experiencing emotional pain from the full moon in Pisces, what I'd like you guys to think about is how strong you are for being alive now and for being able to live for the next day when it comes to the emotional pain you must have suffered throughout life. Do not let that pain define you, and do not let that pain weigh you down. Right now, it's a good time for things like meditation, taking baths, lighting an incense, lighting some candles, talking to your deities, talking to your angels and guides about as to how you're going to move forward as a person. And I will say that it is harder than what a lot of other readers are saying that it is. And it sounds easy and pretty to say, oh, things are going to get better and that you're going to introspect in yourself. Not a lot of people are good at introspecting, and that is why a lot of pain is created in the world. I urge you guys to look into realism when it comes to your problems. And when you look into realism and go the hard route that, you don't really want to look at, you will end up finding more solutions to your problems, and you will end up feeling as if you conquered something. Right now is a moment for conquering and for creating new cycles and new paths. You can't create a new path without fully leaving the old one behind.